I hope everybody's having a really good week this week. So this week, what's popping and dropping is a pop-up trophy. And this is just a demo card, but you can get the idea of what it looks like. And we're going to add a little extra something to this card that I didn't put on here. So why don't we go ahead and head over to Design Space. I'm going to show you all the pieces that we're going to need, and I'll see you there. Okay guys, now that we're in the Design Space, these are all the pieces that you'll get in this file. And if you're going to make the card I'm making today, these are the pieces I'm using. Don't forget to go up and save and name your project. You can add any additional thing you would like to add to the file. And why don't we go ahead and get them cut out, and then I'll meet you at the craft table and we'll put this together. I'll see you there. Okay guys, now that we're back at the table, why don't we go ahead and get our card base, our pretty paper, and we can go ahead and work our score line and put our pretty paper on. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay guys, since we have our pretty paper on, I'm going to go ahead and let's get all the pieces out for our trophy. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I wanted to do a front and back of the same color as our trophy, and this paper has a raw backside. So I'm going to go ahead and match up my pieces and glue them onto the back. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I have all my pieces glued together. I wanted the pretty on both sides. So what we can do is put this together. We're going to need this piece with the little handles on it, and the other one that has the tabs at the bottom but no handles. And it is going to go directly in the center of the one with the handles. Then what we can do is get this one that has the slit at the bottom, and it will go on one of the sides of the one that does not have the handles. And it doesn't matter which side. So it'll look like that. And then the same thing with the one with the slit in the bottom, it's going to go on the opposite side of where you just put it. Now, I will say, I did put this together off camera, and it is definitely a little bit harder to put together with this doubled up, but it's doable. So now let's take our other piece that has the slit at the top, It looks like this. And this one is going to go in the center one with the handles, okay? And this middle slit is going to go on the back slit. I'm going to take this out for now. Right here on this one with the handles, okay? So I'm just going to shimmy it up there. Like so. And then the back slit on the one we just put in is going to go on the piece behind us in that far slit. Okay. And what I do is just kind of pull mine up enough to get it in that slit, like so, and then push it back down. So it should be looking something like this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my back one on this side. So I'm going to take this piece and do what we just did on this side. So it's going to go in the middle slit on the piece that doesn't have the handle. So like that. And then this piece over here, this slit right here, we're going to maneuver in this slit that's closest to the centerpiece. So that's how it's looking. And the same thing on the other side. So now we can take this piece and this middle slit is going to go in the middle, the far back slot of the one with the handle. I'm going to try because I'm having a little difficult of a time. So I think what I'm going to try to do is put these two slits in first. So I slid that in, and then I'm going to go do my center one and see if that works a little bit easier. Oh yeah, that was much easier. And then we have the bottom slit, and it's going to go on the far slit to the back of the one we're working on. There we go. Everything should be laying flat too. So this is what that's looking like from the top, from the sides. Now these little pieces just go in the slots that are left. So this would go in the center slot of this one and then the two slots on the side. And we're going to do the same thing all the way around. So I'm going to start with this slot here and put it in. No, I think it's going to be better to do the middle. So I slid that all the way up, and then I'm going to do my 2 little slots right there on each side. There we go. And then you just push it down. And let's do the rest of these. There we go. We have our little trophy. Looking good, looking good. Now what we can do is take our piece that's going to hold our trophy, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 score lines, and why don't we go ahead and work those. Now before we get going any further, there is a down here at the bottom. Oh, we should have put this on beforehand. Oh well, we'll make do. If you can remember, put these on beforehand, and these just go at the bottom of your piece, and they'll sit like that, so you can see the base of the trophy. Okay, so we can put tape or glue on these and put these on. And since I already have this together, what I'm going to do is just slide this up underneath our little slit right here and line it up. So we got the base on down there. And we can take this piece, our tab here, and we are going to glue it to the other side. So let's do that. And then our little tabs that stick out, they go in our holes in our mechanism, that or our box that will hold it. So it looks like that. So now what we can do, figure out which way you want your card going, and then our little flaps here, we're going to put glue or tape on. So let's do that. just decide where we want this in our card, making sure it doesn't come out of our card base here. So that will not work. So we need to scooch it down some. And then we just line our edge up into our card base like so. So that looks like as far as I can go up to the top without it going over. So we can just push our card down and then turn it over, and then we need to put tape or glue on this side. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we have it on, and we can just go ahead and shut our card. And then we open it up and we have our little trophy. So now that we decided where this is going and we know which is the front, I'm going to have my front here. If you want to put a plate on the front, like somebody's name or something on the front, that's what this piece is for, if you want to do that. So our next thing that I wanted to do is, if you guys happen to watch the video with our little pop boxes, I decided let's use some in this. Give it a little bit more pizzazz. So you'll need 2 rubber bands if you're going to use this. It's a size number 12 rubber band. It's 1 3/4 by 1/16 of an inch. And if you don't have this size, it's okay. You can adjust it by making it smaller by tying it in a knot, or if you have a smaller one, it'll work too, but not too small. So there is going to be a mountain, valley, mountain, mountain, mountain. And then in our valley fold, which is the fold between our 2 punched holes, it's going to come together like this. So let's put glue in here and glue it together. And then let's let this one dry and do the same thing to this one. Okay, so let's get our one that's been sitting and drying. And what we are going to do is turn it over to the back so it looks like this. We're going to take our rubber band and loop it around our square that's sticking up in the air here. And we're going to put it in the holes. Then we're going to make an X and then go around it again. And so we should have something that looks like this, and our rubber band should be on the opposite side of our moon over here. Then we're going to take our square and put it into the score line where the 2 holes are here. Push this down, and we're going to put our rubber band in our 2 holes of our moon up here. So now you should be having something that looks like this. Then we're going to fold this piece down, and we're going to put glue on the top of our moon and our square here everywhere, and then we're going to fold this piece up like so. So let's do that. So while this piece is drying, let's go ahead and do our other piece over here. We're going to do the same thing. Now while those are drying, let's get our pieces that's going to go on. So for our little boxes here, we have our little starburst ready. And we need to figure out which way we want it to lay. So if we push it this way, it's going to lean back. If we turn it this way, it'll lean forward. Okay. Now, we don't want it to go back, because if it goes back, it's going to go on the outside of our card. So we want it to go forward like so. So if you're unsure, you can always, to keep up with it, is put a B on the bottom and then an F for the front. And that's where we're going to be gluing it. So I'm just going to take some, it's going to go just like so on the front. So I'm just going to take some glue and put it on the bottom here. And then I'm just going to kind of center it on my block. And see how when we can push it down, we don't want it going outside of our card. So right here would be, would be perfect. So if you want to mark something or use tape, it's totally up to you. I think right there is where I'm going to put mine. I'm going to put some tape down here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and finish decorating my card, and then I'll be back to show you what I came up with. So I'll see you in just a sec. Okay guys, so here is the finished product. It says congratulations. And then we open it up and bam, we have a trophy and a number 1, and you did it. And you could do this with so many different things. We could do a graduation. You could do if somebody was retiring and change these up, or if somebody won something, just so many different things. And then to put it down, we just fold those down. And then on the back, we have a place where we can write a message. So if we want to display it, the message is kept private. I'm just loving how this turned out. I think it turned out neat. And these shooting stars, I love it. A dentist friend of mine won Dentist of the Year. And you would have thought he got a trophy, but he just got a little plaque. Guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. Don't forget to stop by next week to see what's popping and dropping. Bye.